Welcome to Grace Academy. I'm Steven. In today's tutorial, I'll be taking you through data analysis with SPSS. We'll be having a series of projects that will help build your skills in data analysis from basics to a pro. Without wasting your time, let's get straight to our video. This is a display of my screen, and then this is how SPSS looks like. And you come here, you double click to open it. So I have mine open here already. Alright, this is the interface of SPSS. It looks closely to that of Excel, but it has two parts, which is here indicating data view, and here is indicating variable view. And now, dealing with data, in the first place, before you begin data analysis, you have to begin with data handling. And before you can get to data handling, I'd love to introduce you to the interfaces of SPSS so that you can get acquainted and get to know how to use SPSS. Alright, before you import your data or before you enter your data, I'd love to take you to a very important part, which is the variable view. You can come to this section and click here and then look at how it displays it. And now here you define and you tell SPSS the kind of data you have. Now here you begin by writing the name of your data. Here is the data type. The next one is the width, then the decimal places of your data, the labels, the values, missing cases, the columns, the alignment, and then measures and the rows. So I'll be taking you to these columns one after the other. Now, in the case where you are importing your data, you come to variable view, or you go back to data view. Now you come here, you come to your file. If you're importing data, you come and say open. You go to data. Now your data can be in different forms. You can have an Excel spreadsheet. You can have SPSS statistics data. You can have a database, whatever, in any form. Now if you have an Excel data sheet like mine, you come here where my finger is pointing, my cursor is pointing, you click here. Now you go to Excel. If your data is saved in Excel form, then you click here Excel, and then you must also know where you have saved your data in the first place. So my data is in the desktop. I go to my desktop. This is where I stored it in the folder P, and I open it. Then you can see my data is already here. Then by clicking on this, it will be automatically, the file name will be brought in here. Then you click open. Alright, after that you can click OK. Now you see our data has been imported already, and this is the data that we will be using for the rest of the projects that will be coming ahead of us. But before we go further, you can come here and see at the data view, you see how our data looks like. Alright, our data looks very raw, and this is how data is always when you collect them for the first time from the field. They're actually raw, and you need to edit, or you need to filter, you need to do a lot of cleaning here before you begin your data analysis. This is how it looks like. But now we have to do some definition by going to that variable view, and then you see how it looks. The column headers here, if you go to variable view, they have been arranged in a row. So meaning you have still a lot of work to do. Under names, this is the name of your variable. When you come to to your data view, you see it here, subscribers. And then you come to the variable view, you see it here. And this is the type of data. So let me do some few things here to help you understand something about data. We have two types of data. We have qualitative data. Then we also have quantitative. And our qualitative data, we have nominal, then we have ordinal. Now, our nominal data, actually qualitative data are like data in groups. Under nominal, we have data that are not having orders. Like for example, it can be a name of a country. Countries have no sets of order. We can have Uganda, Kenya, we can have America, we can have Canada, we can have any other country. Now, it has no order. We have gender. Gender has no any other order. We have male and female. So we can have male first and female later, or we can have female first or male later. So there's no order in gender. So under ordinal, we have sets of order for the groups of data. We can have maybe classes. We have in the university we have first class. There's a set of order. We have second class. We have third class. Whatever. And then we have also positions, like we have first position. This is for primary sections. We have second. We have third. And we also have, for example, we have like preferences. Maybe you can have good. We can have fair. We can have maybe worst, whatever. So all these ones have sets of order. Now, when we move to quantitative data, we have with quantitative data, they are numeric. Any data that can be measured in numeric form. Now we have discrete. Here we have whole numbers, maybe for example age. We can have 5 years old, we can have 10, we can have 15, we can have 30. Alright, these are discrete. Then we have continuous. Here we can have, for example, weight. Here you can be like maybe 10.5 kg. You can have someone can be 100.15 kgs. Then we also have height. Someone can be 2.5. After giving a name, a title of your variable as script or phone number, these are variable names. And then here we can have the data types. Now for the data types, under script or phone numbers, now this variable of phone numbers is asking you a question. If you have a phone number, it's either a yes or a no. So this is actually here. If you want to change it, if you want to change the data type, you can come and click here. If it's not numeric, like what we have there is yes or no, it's a string. You come and click here string, then you say okay, because it is not measured numerically, but it's a nominal. So you come and click here if you want to change it, either numeric or string, then you say okay. For the width is like, what is the width for your column? Like here, this one here, how do you adjust it? It's by either increasing it or you decrease it. If it's less or little for you, you can reduce it or you can increase it. So decimal, if you have variable, like for example, we have continuous variables. Continuous variables are always in decimal places. Then you can come here. How many decimal places do you want? You either increase it or decrease it. But for a string, it's not having a decimal place. But for a numeric like this one here, you can come here, you increase to 2 decimal places or 1 decimal place. Now, if that is the case, you can say, like for example here, please, can you tell me which district? Now you can come here to right here, number 10. We can increase the decimal places to 3 decimal places, and then you can see adjustments. Yeah, select a country. You can see we have now addition of 2 decimal places. All right. Now, for the labels, labels usually are a deeper explanation of the meaning of your data, the variable name. Like we can always keep our variables in short. The variable names, we always keep them in short if you want to keep them here. So you keep them in short forms. Now for the values, usually these ones are used when you want to code your variables. Like for example, we have the phone number. The question is if you have a phone number, yes or no. Now if you want to code this, we can give yes a 1, or for a no we can give, like for this one here is a no. For example, we can say no. It's either yes or a no. So if we want to code, we can come here, phone number, we come to value. So we can say 1 is for a yes, then we add it and then say okay. Alright, now if you come here, now you can come here and change it where my cursor is pointing. Now we go to missing values. With missing values, you always leave them like that. You say there's no missing value. Then the columns, like how wide do you want the column to be? The alignments, right, center, whatever you want. Then the measurements. Scribed is a string, and the response is either a yes or a no. So it's what? It's a nominal, and it has no order. That's why you see it's nominal. So the rest of it, you leave it like that. This is a case where you are importing your data. So after importing your data, you have to come to the variable view, and you do a brief editing here by giving a brief name for your variables instead of having a long one like mine. So we can reduce this to a short one. Then you can define the rest of the variables as required. Now in the case where we are entering data, we can open a new sheet. For a case where we are entering data, like for example, we want to begin entering data, but before we enter this data, we can come to a variable view where we begin naming our variable. Our first variable, like we can say country, right? Then country is not numeric, it's string. It can be USA, it can be anything you want. The width, we can leave it to 8. Decimal, there's no decimal for string. Labels, we can now give a clear meaning of our variable name. We can say names of countries, country you come from. Alright, that is enough. And another thing here is that if you are giving a variable name, it must not be having a space. Now for a value, we leave it like that. There's no missing. We have no missing values. Alright, and our alignment is to the left. That's how we want it to be. It's nominal, it has no sense of order. Alright, now we also have sex. Alright, sex is not numeric, it is string. Unless we want to code it, we can keep it to numeric. Then we don't want decimal place. Then the rest will remain here, and it has no sense of order, so it is going to be a scale if we are going to code it. But if it's going to be string, we can leave it to nominal. And then we also come to age. Alright, here we can say sex of respondents. Then here we can say age of respondents. So ages are always in scales, it is in numeric. So whether it is continuous or discrete, its measurement is always scale. Alright, then we can have maybe scores. Scores are numeric, we can keep to 1 decimal place. And then we say scores of respondents. Right? Scores are always in numeric, so they are in scales. Alright? Now after defining all these variables, now you can come to your data view. You can see it has been now arranged in order. Now it is ready for you to enter your data. Now you can begin by entering data. I come from Canada, from India, from Uganda, from Kenya, any other country you can mention. Now for the sex it's either male or sex is in numeric, and we're supposed to keep it in string. Right, we can come back. It's female, male, female, age 12. You can just enter them easily. 5, 20, 45. Right? Scores. So that is how you enter data in SPSS. So if you have any difficulties, this is how it looks, and this is how we enter our data. Right? This is all for today's lesson. And if you have any other question, you can put it in our comment sections below. We'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.